Hello, my name is Rena Burton, and I am the director of the Academic Resource Center at the University of California, Riverside. And our presentation today is about academic success skills and expectations at a research university. So our topics today will be the transition from high school to UCR, how family members can support students while they're students at UCR, and the Academic Resource Center and other resources for success on campus, as well as data about the Academic Resource Center. So we'll start with a slide that highlights some of the differences between being a high school student and being a college student. I won't read through all of them, but I'm just going to highlight on a few. So at the very top, you'll see under high school, it says highly structured, and under college, it says more flexible. So the day-to-day schedule of students in high school and college are very different. In high school, students go to the same periods. Every day, there's a bell that rings that tells them when classes start, when classes end. They eat lunch at the same time, and they basically kind of have the same schedule daily. In college, that may or may not be the case. Students may or may not have classes every day. They may have a class that meets Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 10 to 11. They may have a class that meets then Tuesday, Thursday from 9 to 10. It just really depends on when the courses are offered. So students tend to have a lot more flexible time during the day while in college than in high school. Moving down to where it says parents have access to student grades, and in college, grades are confidential by law. So in high school, the rights to students' educational records are with the parents. So that's why parents can access their students' educational records in the K through 12 system. However, in college, those rights transfer to the student. So no one at the university can share information about a student's educational record without written consent from the student. Moving down, you'll see it says under high school, tests are given weekly or bi-weekly, where in college, tests may be given every 5 to 8 weeks or so. So in high school, tests or quizzes may be given more frequently, maybe every other week. So there are a lot of opportunities and a lot of assignments that can contribute to a student's grade. In college, the way some courses are structured, there may be a midterm, maybe a paper, and a final, and it's just those three things that contribute to a student's grade. Again, on the high school side, you'll see the cost of education is free. So if your student attended a public school during their K through 12 education, there was no out-of-pocket cost to you as a parent for their tuition. However, in college, there are tuition costs, there are book costs. If your student takes a course that has a lab component or a studio component, there may be fees associated with that. So again, this slide is just to highlight some of the major differences between high school and college life. As you can see from the previous slide, college life is going to be very different. Again, students are responsible for staying on top of their schoolwork and using all of the available resources that are on campus to be successful. Students will have a lot of flexibility with their schedules, and they will be on a 10-week quarter system as opposed to a 15 or 16-week semester system that they may have been used to in high school. So again, UCR, we have 3 10-week quarters per academic year, so fall, winter, and spring. Again, they're each 10 weeks, which is a lot shorter than 15 or 16-week semester that students may be used to. So students may struggle a bit during their first year. This is very normal, is very typical. Students at UCR were probably the top of their high school class. That's why they're accepted into the university. But now they're at a university where everyone was at the top of their class, and that sometimes takes some adjusting. Also, when students do struggle, they may lose a little bit of confidence. They may feel like they don't know where to turn. Again, this is very common because this is a new academic setting for them, and it can be scary. However, being successful in college is about having the right attitude, developing the skills needed to be successful, and also demonstrating the behaviors that successful students have. And lastly, and probably one of the most important on this list, is just it takes putting forth the effort needed to be successful. So what can parents and guardians do to support students as if they start to struggle, and just kind of helping them transition in their first year? Keep the lines of communication open, talk to them, ask them how school is going, how classes are going, ask them about their extracurricular activities, talk to them about resources on campus, ask them, are they talking to their instructors during office hours? Are they seeing their academic advisor? Are they using the Academic Resource Center? So just keep the lines of communication open. Also, be patient with them. Again, everyone struggles a little bit in the transition from high school to college. Some students may struggle academically, some may struggle socially, but they're still the best and the brightest, and they'll definitely get through it as long as they use all of the resources available to them and strategies for success. Also, parents and family members, make allowances for students. They may be shocked at kind of the amount of time that they're going to need to put in to be successful in college. It can feel like a full-time job. As a parent or guardian, you may be unprepared for kind of the changes. This is a transition for you as well. So also be patient and be gentle with yourself during this time. Again, encourage students to take responsibility to make things happen and to really have the college experience that they want. Allow them to be independent and to make good choices for themselves. And again, encourage them to seek out campus resources for support. A lot of students sometimes struggle with asking for help because, again, maybe they've never had to ask for help academically. Maybe they've never struggled. However, no one gets through college alone. Everyone at the university needs help at some time, whether it's tutoring, peer mentoring, or just some type of support. Help them to normalize asking for help. There are a ton of professionals like myself and other people on campus that are here to help your student to be successful. So again, encourage students to use all of the resources available to them. We've listed a few here. So we have faculty and teaching assistant office hours, academic advisor office hours, the Academic Resource Center, our ethnic and gender programming offices, the counseling and psychological services office, and the career center. These are all awesome, great departments on campus whose only goal is to make sure that students are successful. So I'm going to talk a little bit more specifically about my office, the Academic Resource Center. We are the department on campus that is responsible for providing tutoring and other academic support services to UCR's undergraduate students. And so I've listed our programs here. We have our tutorial assistance program. So we offer tutoring either individually or in small groups. We have our supplemental instruction, which are regularly scheduled study groups. We have our success workshops to help students develop those skills that they may not have learned in the classroom, but will help them to be successful students, so such as time management, public speaking, etc. Our assistance coaching and encouragement program is a personalized peer mentoring program. So if students need maybe just an older student to kind of help them hold them accountable and to help them transition to the university, they can have a peer mentor. We also have a summer program for incoming students called the Highlander Early Start Academy, as well as our Early Assist program, which is for first-year students in the STEM majors. So some additional information about the Academic Resource Center. Our students that participate in the ACE program improve their academic standing. Our students that participate in the Early Assist program tend to finish with a GPA of a 3.0 or better after their first year. Students that participate in the Highlander Early Start Academy are more likely to stay at UCR from their first to second year. And students who attend our supplemental instruction sessions on a regular basis earn higher grades in those courses than students that do not. So this is just information about the Academic Resource Center. You can go to our website, which is just arc.ucr.edu. Our services will be available remotely for summer and for fall, and you can go to our website to see the schedules. Students can log in through our website and schedule appointments with peer mentors and tutors. Again, we offer tutoring, supplemental instruction, peer mentoring, and more. You can also follow us on our various social media platforms. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we are also on Snapchat. So I hope that you all got a lot out of this presentation. Again, feel free to reach out to us by going to our website. And welcome to UCR. Welcome to the Highlander family. Thanks.